Hey everyone, this is Rage Gamer, bringing you this video from inside of Redman Castle to take on one of the coolest bosses in the history of all Soulsborne games, the mighty Stars Curse Radahn. Now there has been quite some chatter around Radahn that he's really hard to beat, and some have even quit the game fighting him. But for a Souls game veteran such as me, this is gonna be quite a cakewalk.
A few moments later.
Now, before I show you the different ways to defeat General Radahn, I just wanted to give an homage to the lore and myth of the general, because it's actually quite fascinating. If you want to look at the different ways to defeat him, you can simply use the timestamp to scroll ahead, but I really hope you hear his legendary story, because you'll finally realize what it is to defeat General Radahn. So Radahn is born of Renella, a Luna Queen of the Carian royal family, also known as Queen of the Full Moon, and Radagon, the second Elden Lord, a hammer-wielding god who shattered the Elden Ring. But not only that, Radahn hugely admired this guy.
I am returned.
Attempting to emulate his idol, Radahn adorned his armor with lions, the symbol of Godfrey.
Audience once more.
Now for his powers. At a very young age, Radahn was not only one of the most powerful beings, but he was also very compassionate. And as he grew bigger in size, he feared that his trusted horse Leonard could no longer hold his weight. So he travels all the way to Celia, a town of sorcery, to learn gravitational magic, only so as to become weightless and is able to ride his horse again. A friendship that will last till the very end. And Raani the witch is desperate to kill him. Well, here's why, explained by sorceress Selene.
Stars alter the fate of the Carian royal family, and the fate of your mistress Raani. But long ago, General Radahn challenged the swirling constellations, and in a crushing victory arrested their cycles. Now he is the force that repulses the stars. If General Radahn were to die, the stars would resume their movement, and so too would Raani's destiny.
So the man is so powerful that he holds the fate of the stars in the palm of his hands, and ergo, Raani's destiny as well. But what happens next is what really makes him the legend that he is today. And then one day, Radagon, who is an avatar of Queen Marika, shatters the Elden Ring.
As I awaited,
And a fierce battle
his return.
takes place amongst the demigods for the Elden Shards, until finally stood only two of the greatest warriors, Stars Curse Radahn and Malenia, Blade of Mikola.
Heed my words. I am Malenia, Blade of Mikola. And I have never known defeat.
Radahn had finally found his match. The battle went on and on between two of the greatest warriors the lands between had ever seen.
The conqueror of the stars, General Radahn. And the blade of Mikola, Malenia the Seventh.
But Malenia has the final say as she unleashes her final move, Scarlet Bloom, which leaves an entire continent
But
of
there would
Kaled
be no
in this
victor.
condition. And Radahn gets consumed by scarlet rot, eating him from inside. He now feeds on corpses of friends and foes alike, completely destroyed mentally. However, still powerful enough to control the stars from falling on his lands, making him an absolute legend. So coming back to now, when you finally enter Redmond Castle, you're not faced with Redmond soldiers, but by songs of glory, sung in heroism for Radahn, and all they want is an honorable death for the champion. And after all that information, I don't know about you guys, but I didn't feel like the main character anymore. I was just a random tarnished facing against a hero who's getting eaten away from inside, yet is stopping something from coming to lands between. That is some serious legendary stuff. So I didn't do it for Rani, but to honor him by granting him a warrior's death.
We must make merry. O gathering of champions, the revels begin. The celebration of war. The Radahn Festival.
So it begins with Radahn sniping you from a distance with those giant purple arrows. So you can simply roll through them as I am doing here, or you can avoid them by riding the torrent. Also, as you're rolling, you will see those yellow glowing lights in the sand. These are summoning signs, and you must summon everyone. Summon Lionel the Lionheart, summon Alexander, summon Okina, summon Tragoth, summon Blade. Hell, you can even summon Patches. But Patches being Patches, he's gonna disappear away as quickly as you summon him. Which probably makes him the smartest guy among all of us. Once you have done that, there are different ways to take him out. First, of course, is that you use Rotten Breath, which is an incantation you can get from the Cathedral of the Dragon Communion site, as I'm showing you here on the map. Next, just put the spell in one of the quick slots and go into battle. Find an opening, use the spell, and then watch from a distance as his health slowly and steadily gets eaten away. Second way of doing this is on horseback, where you better have all your horse riding skills on point because it hits like a truck riding another truck and a truck riding two more trucks, and no matter how high your vigor is, you will be minced meat in no time. Luckily in first phase, most of his hits are quite delayed, so you can even heal through them. It gets a little chaotic when he starts using his gravitational magic. Those orbs, if they hit you, is instant death, so avoid them at any cost. And jump through his gravitational wave because it stuns you, and get some hits as soon as you see an opening. While you're at it, make sure you're summoning back all your NPC friends. Also, he has this most amazing move visually that I've seen in any Soulsborne games, where it jumps in the air and then swoops down on you and then goes up and does it again. Ah man, it's so cool to watch. This is all you need to do and you will have defeated Radahn. So here I recommend that you go in as quickly as possible so that he doesn't kill all your phantom friends that you have summoned. At some point, he will start riding his horse and start slashing and dashing everything around him. In which case you can do multiple quick rolls to avoid them, or you can use your torrent to ride in and out of battle. Most of the time, try to be either under or behind him while he's focusing on your phantoms, and roll out of those gravitational AoE attacks. If you and your phantoms hit him enough time in rapid successions and the damage builds up, you'll be open for a riposte. And his weak spot is his head, but it's for a very short time, so you may want to do it quick. Once you do it though, as you can see, he took out a massive chunk of his health. And then he just leaves. I mean, everyone's saying this boss is very hard, but if that's all it took, I think I did pretty. Oh my god! Yeah, that's right, he's gonna come crashing down on you as a fiery meteorite. So you better get on your torrent and start riding away as fast as you can. Which then begins his second phase, where he gets quite a bit aggressive. So stay under or behind him, and you have to dodge at the right time. Too early or too late is certain death for most of his moves. So practice a bit and don't be afraid of dying, cause die you will. Once he's finally dead, there'll be a meteor shower that were held back for so long by Radahn, followed by an explosion which will open the way to Nokron City. At the site of grace, you'll first meet Blade and then Alexander, and that'll progress both their storylines.
Ah, good.
Now,
Hello there.
before you leave this place, there's a secret cave which is located right here